In last video, we studied about the SSL protocol, which will provide a security to the web applications as well as email applications. That protocol has some limitations. Due to that limitations, the opponent can break the code and capture the message sent by the sender. To overcome such problems, one more protocol is developed, that is called as Transport Layer Security Protocol, short called as TLS. It is designed by IETF in 1996 as developed as a standard transport security protocol. This protocol is also lie between the application layer as well as transport layer and provide a security to the all the web applications in transparent manner. TLS is a protocol that ensures privacy between communicating applications and their use on internet. When a server and client communicate, TLS ensures that no third party may eavesdrop or tamper with any message. When you are doing some web communication, web applications, nobody can capture your data and see the content, as well as nobody can alter your data. That is the use of TLS protocol. TLS is composed of two protocols. The first one is called as TLS record protocol and the second one is called as TLS handshake protocol. Two more protocols are there. That one is not important as a security point of view here. The TLS record protocol provides connection security by using supported encryption methods such as data encryption standard, and TLS record protocol can also be used without encryption. The use of this TLS record protocol is to provide the security to the data which is transmitted between two parties by using some symmetric algorithms like data encryption standard DES. If the user has no need of any data encryption technique, he can choose that option also. That means TLS provide the flexibility for the users. Which option he need, he can select it. The TLS handshake protocol allows the server and the client authenticate each other and to negotiate a session encryption algorithms and cryptographic keys before data is exchanged. Now, before the record protocol, the handshake protocol will be worked. It will provide a proper communication path between the two parties. The work of this handshake protocol is negotiation of a session encryption algorithm. Both parties has to communicate securely by using some algorithms, encryption algorithms, which algorithm has to be used by both client and server. That is decided here. And some other properties like cryptographic keys is also exchanged between two parties. Now this is the working of record protocol. The TLS record protocol is layered protocol. Each layer message may include field for length description and content. That means it will take the data from the application layer and divide it into small groups, then add its own header to the block. Now here it will explain in step-by-step process how actually it will conduct here. The record protocol takes a message to be transmitted. This message is taken from the application layer and it will fragments the data into manageable blocks, and it will compress. This is the optional part. User can decide whether he want to compress the data or block during transmission or not, because sometimes the compression will increase the speed or sometimes compression will decrease the speed. Depending on the user's data, user has a choice whether he can compress the block or not. So this is the optional part here, compression. Next, he applied one message authentication code and he attached it to the that block. Once the block contains message authentication code, the both are encrypted here. Some encryption algorithm will be applied like DES and it is encrypted here. And the encrypted message is delivered to the destination. At the destination, the receiver received that encrypted message and he will reverse the process. First, he decrypts the message and identifies the HMAC or MAC and try to verify it. Whether the message is corrupted or not, he try to verify it and reassemble the block to get a message. So this is the process we conducted in the record protocol. The next protocol is called as TLS handshake protocol, which follows the following steps. Some of the steps here explained are optional part. That means just like record protocol, handshake protocol also provide some flexibility to the users. In the first part, the client send here one hello message to the server. Now the client initiate the handshake by sending one hello message to the server. The message will be included some TLS version that the client support and the cipher suite supported by the client. Here cipher suite means the type of algorithms. To encrypt the data, we need the encryption algorithm. What type of encryption algorithm supported by client? A group of algorithm is called as here the cipher suite. That information is also given to the server here, so that the server can select the best encryption algorithm. This client also send some string of random bytes, also known as client random, and give it to the server. Once server got that hello message, the server has to be give some feedback to the client. So the server send hello message back to the client. In reply to the client hello message, the server sends the message containing the server's SSL certificate. The SSL certificate contains some information like domain name, the public key created by the server, and some other information. Using that information, the client can do some authentication. So the server provides some certificate, called as SSL certificate. The server chosen cipher suite. As I told, the client send one suite of cipher suite here. It will select a particular algorithm. Using that algorithm, the data communication will be done in the future. Then the server random, that is another random string of bytes that is generated by the server, and give it to the client. The next part is called as authentication. The client verifies the server's SSL certificate with the certificate authority that is issued it. This confirms that the server is who it says it is, and that the client is interacting with the actual owner of the domain. Authentication means here client use that certificate and try to identify he is communicating actually with the legitimate server. Next step is the pre-master secret. Okay, here pre-master secret means the client sends one more random string of bytes, that the pre-master secret. The pre-master secret is encrypted with the public key that is provided by the server and can be only decrypted by the private key of the server. This public key is received by the client whenever it will send a certificate. Now, the server uses a private key and decrypt the pre-master secret. Next step is creating a session key. Both client and servers generate a session keys from the client random and server random. As I told, initially they generate one random numbers by both client and servers. Using that random numbers and a pre-master which is securely shared, using the two values, using a client random, server random and pre-master secret which is shared, using that value it will create a one key called as session key. During communication between these two, they are using that session key to check whether both are authentic or not. Once session key is created, the client is ready. The client send a finished message that is encrypted with the session key. At the same time, server is also ready and server sends a finished message to the encrypted with a session key. The handshake process will be completed and the communication continues using the session key. Now, this is the steps which is done by the handshake protocol. Once the handshake protocol works and created a proper channel between the client and server, the next, the record protocol will do the data communication between client and server.